Alright, here we got Joe on Blue Black Mill versus Luke on Gruul Aggro. Today we got Joe in the booth with me.
Yep. Joe playing a temple. Looking at top card.
Keeping that card on top. Evidently likes what he sees. Ooh, nice forest from Luke. Kamigawa.
Swarm Shambler.
Respect.
Quite.
Here's the Swarm Shambler turn 1. Let's see. Likely Soaring Thought Thief on turn 2 from Joe. It does have flash, so it's probably going to come in on Luke's turn.
Could play it on the end step of Luke's turn. Thinking about his choices.
Evolving Wilds means no 2-drop on turn 2 from Luke. Now passing the turn, no attacks. Knows Joe's up to something. Joe plays end of turn Thieves Guild Enforcer. That's really key for his deck. Plays a lot of rogues. Once he gets 8 cards in the yard, that's going to be a very annoying threat to remove.
Frank Sandy makes my job half easier, kind of.
Yep.
Most
Doubling all the mill Joe's deck is going to do here.
Yep.
I'd say he's in a pretty nice position to win this game already. Luke wants
So technically,
untapped land probably into some sort of haste enabler. There we go, Rhythm of the Wild. This will allow him to have his bigger creatures attack much faster. Joe will have to play much more reactively as he doesn't know what's in Luke's hand. But again, this active Frank Sanity.
whenever I play Rogue, I mill 4 cards technically.
Soaring Thought Thief, 2, 3. How many cards in the yard there for Luke? I think that's 8 already. Yep, 8 cards in the yard. That means both of Joe's creatures are online. There's the damage. Joe getting aggressive here. Trying to race Luke. There's the end step mill off Frank Sanity.
Joe almost milled 10 cards there.
Another tap land from Luke means he's not playing some of his bigger threats.
Struck Beast. Wow, big play there. 5/5 for 3 mana. You can attack with
That's getting
instants.
countered right away by drawing the lock. Joe doing an excellent job of keeping Luke off any action. Oh, sorry, not countered. You're right, Joe. That's getting destroyed right away because Rhythm of the Wild prevents it from being countered.
Yes. My mistake.
Luke unable to get any attacks going. This Gruul aggro deck needs that to be able to close out games quickly.
Duress coming in hot. Oh,
Taking Garrick, that's
That
a
was a
big
big play.
piece. That helps Luke get through in the late game, but without that trampling
It gives.
trampling power, Luke's losing a lot of the reach his deck can have.
Yeah, that trample really helps Luke with his big creatures.
Says probably like 20 cards in the bin for Luke. So probably about 30, 35 cards left in his deck. Taking another big hit from the not Soaring Thought Thief, the Thieves Guild Enforcer being pumped by the Soaring Thought Thief because there are 8 cards in the yard. Yep, Glimpse the Unthinkable for Joe means that's at least 20 cards in the bin this turn. Probably 24 because of the Soaring Thought Thief as well.
No, 26 since I put a duress too.
Yes, the duress.
Since Joe did.
All right. Luke's going to have to find something quick if he wants to get out of this, but I think this is locked up for Joe. Shock himself with Stomping Ground. 5 mana. What can he piece together here?
Another Love-Struck Beast.
Stonecoil Serpent as well. That's another 7 power added to the board.
Putting some blockers out.
No, these are haste threats.
Oh, yeah.
Going attacking. That Stonecoil Serpent can't be blocked by the Thieves Guild Enforcer as it has protection from multicolored, so Joe's just going to have to take this unless he wants to chump with his Thieves Guild, or his Sword Thought Thief. Yep, Joe taking it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 damage. Yep. Another Scryland. Joe playing very quickly, likely sees way to win here. Ooh, another Nighthawk Scavenger. That's brutal for Luke. The life gain really prevents Luke from being able to deal the last 11 points of damage.
Yeah, just every time Joe plays a rogue, he just mills 4 cards, which is just insane.
Yeah, but this does represent possible target for Lightning Bolt if
Yeah, it's true.
Luke has that in hand or draws that. That would be a huge pickup for him, as he could then swing for 8 plus any other creature he has in his hand. That's probably what he needs to win here.
That has Riot since Rhythm of the Wild, so
Yeah,
if he has a Bolt in hand.
Bolt in hand would be huge because he's
Bolt
hardly
and
got
creature.
cards left in the library. This is probably the turn where he needs Bolt plus creature. Because that Night Scavenger is 7 power creature, so if he's going to attack through that, that's going to gain Joe, put him up to 18, and then maybe take 8, something like that, depending on what Luke plays here. Keeping Joe at a healthy life total while still need to mill Luke for about 2 cards. Scavenging Ooze is the play for Luke. He can exile about 3 cards if he doesn't play anything else this turn.
And it has haste.
Likely giving
because
it haste.
of Rhythm.
True. But again, that Nighthawk Scavenger really locks the board down for...
Yeah, Nighthawk Scavenger also has lifelink, so...
Yeah, that's the biggest part there. Luke activating his Scavenger Ooze 3 times, going up to 9. Then he has 15 power on the board. If I'm not mistaken. No, 13 power on the board. Swing for 13. This is lethal, but Joe is going to... Oh! You should not have drawn a card there. Judge just gonna ask him to put that on the bottom of his deck. I don't know, that might have been a game loss right there, but this is different. This is not standard rules enforcement. Joe's probably gonna block with that Night Scavenger, unlikely the Love-Struck Beast or the Scavenging Ooze. Should probably block the Scavenging Ooze, even that Love-Struck Beast does have downside. The Scavenging Ooze can get bigger, but it likely doesn't matter, as all he needs to do is attack with his Soaring Thought Thief next turn, and that should seal the game.
Yeah, so it gains...
Yeah, there's the block. Joe gains.
Joe gains, 7 life, and then he only takes,
And then he takes 8, putting
8.
him down to 10, hardly changing his life total.
Yeah,
Just getting a confirmation on how many types are in the yard here.
only a decrease of 1.
This game is all but over. Luke just going through the motions here. Yep, that is a 7 power Night Scavenger. He's got Planeswalker, instant, land, creature, enchantment,
Artifact since it's Stonecoil Serpent.
artifact. There we are.
Yeah, that Nighthawk Scavenger was a big play by Joe.
And see the turn pass to Joe here. Draws his card for turn. What is that? Another rogue. Luke's milling 2. think those are the last cards in Luke's deck. Yep, in the bin. That's game. Joe passes turn, Luke can't draw, and on to game 2. Alright, after the game 1 win for Joe, who's going to play? That's very helpful for this aggro deck, as it doesn't want to get on the board fast. Spread its board wide, and get in before the middle deck here can get any
Swamp.
blockers or like Death Touch.
Probably a
These good enforcers.
Thieves Guild Enforcer, yes. On the end step of Luke's next turn.
Yeah, that's likely coming out for Joe here. There we are.
Yeah.
Mills 2, huge turn 1 play for Joe. Not really turn 1, but Luke's turn 2 play.
Yeah.
Luke is going to crack in here for 2 damage, as the Thieves Guild Enforcer doesn't have lifelink, or Death Touch. But untapped land for Joe, probably Sword and Thought Thief. Yep, curving out. Just like last game.
So Luke's going to mill 2 more here. And then if he attacks, he mills
Probably
4
won't
more.
attack,
But yeah.
though, given that Wildborn Preserver can
It's
just
a
eat it
2-2.
right up. Alright, Luke, untap, draw. Do you see a Lovestruck Beast in hand for Luke? Another Pelt Collector. But does not look like he has a 3rd land. That is unfortunate. He probably should have paid 1 for Wildborn Preserver there. Oh, no, he has a Stonecoil Serpent. So really spreading wide. That Stonecoil Serpent only being played for 1 means Luke really light on threats here. Especially given that he only has 2 lands. Just passing the turn back to Joe. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe Joe saw an extra card. Again, this is not standard rules enforcement, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know what Joe's thinking there. Duress.
That's going to eat the Snakeskin Veil from Luke's hand.
Yep. So he has a Gem Razor and a Lovestruck Beast in hand.
And only 2 mana. That is unfortunate for him, to say the least. Another Soaring Thought Thief means 4 cards for every time Joe attacks.
That's huge. So then when Thieves Guild Enforcer attacks, he will mill 4. And then Thieves Guild Enforcer will be a 5/2 since it'll be bumped by itself and the Thieves Guild Enforcer.
And the Soaring Thought Thieves.
Yeah, sorry about these.
But it could be traded for with that Wildborn Server, and I think that's what Luke's going to try to do here. Or that Pelt Collector, probably. More likely. Because traded the Pelt Collector, but then Joe still has 2 3/3 Soaring Thought Thieves in the air. That could close out the game very fast, unless Luke can get something to back up his reach threats here. Alright, there's the trade. Luke really wants to find a land here. Ooh, no land off the top. Is that a Scavenging Ooze? It is. Another threat. But once again, all of Luke's threats are currently brickrolled by the Soaring Thought Thieves on the other side.
None of them have 3 power or greater.
Yep. But Luke can crack in with the Stonecoil Serpent, as it does have protection from multicolored, like we saw last game.
Come out with a Drown the Lock on the Wildborn Preserver.
Getting that reach creature out of the way prevents the trump block.
Yep.
Luke takes 6, goes to 14.
And mills 4. Yeah,
that's a 3-turn clock from Joe. Can Luke find his 3rd land here? It looks like it. That's a stomping ground. Shock himself.
He does.
And we're probably going to see a Lovestruck Beast here, as he probably wants to keep the Gem Razor just in case Joe plays a Fraying Sanity. Devastating card. Alright, Pelt Collector gets pumped, and Luke's going to get in there with the team here. That's 5 damage.
12 to 12.
Life total wise. Joe with 2 active Soaring Thought Thieves. Is that another hand? No, Merfolk Windrobber.
he swings.
Cracking in. That's another 4 cards milled and another 6 damage.
Merfolk Windrobber's pretty good.
That Stomping Ground by Luke did shrink the clock by 1 turn, meaning Luke has to find something, or he'll be forced to chump block with his Stonecoil Serpent on the following turn.
Merfolk Windrobber, good play by Joe, since he can just block the biggest creature Luke has and then just sacrifice it in response for a card.
Yeah, because it does look like Luke's going to have lethal here. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 damage on the board for him. No, not 13. 3, 5, 10, 11 damage. So 1 short of lethal here.
And there's the...
Joe's just going to block the Lovestruck Beast.
Yeah.
Likely it's probably verbal. And sack to draw a card. So that'll be 6 damage coming across. Putting Joe at 6. He can then...
There's a clarification.
Yep.
That he...
attack back for 6. That should be lethal. Except that Gem Razor does have reach, so...
Yes.
But if Joe can find a removal spell here, which, is playing fast, that seems to me like he has the answer to it. There it is, Drown the Lock.
Drown the Lock.
That should lock this one up. Joe swings for 6, and that's game.